The new thriller limited series, The Better Sister, is based on a best-selling book and stars Jessica Biel and Elizabeth Banks as estranged sisters who are forced together after a murder. Our next guest, Gloria Reuben, plays a defense attorney who wants them to know how serious this case is. Take a look.
Oh, my God. Okay, he is not going to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
What are you talking about? Every day, people are locked up for crimes they didn't commit. People I grew up with, the cousin in my family. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is f***ing real.
It is real. Please welcome Gloria Reuben. Welcome.
Hi.
So I loved this show. I binged it within days of it coming out. What can you tell us without giving anything away? Because there are twists and turns. I couldn't have predicted many of the turns in it, but tell us a little bit about The Better Sister.
Well, how you prefaced it is perfect. These two estranged sisters have to come together because of a murder. And I played the defense attorney to the young man who is charged with the murder. And every single scene reveals other layers about these two sisters individually and as sisters, and their relationship with their former husband and the son and the office where he worked. I mean, it's just one thing after another. Even when I was reading it, I remember finishing one of the episodes and just turning into the next one going, wait, what is happening right now? Wait a second. It kept me on my toes. And
I was predicting endings to my husband.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, that's not what happened.
Not exactly.
Well, you've had a great acting career. You were on ER. You've done many things. Was there anything that you channeled to bring to this role as this fierce defense attorney?
Well, you know, for me, it always comes down to making it personal in one way or another. You know, and one of the beautiful things about working on this project, particularly with the showrunners, Olivia Milch and Regina Corrado, is very collaborative. So we created a backstory for Michelle Saunder, which I do on my own anyway.
Yeah.
However, to be able to collaborate with the showrunners and be able to implement a little bit of her life story, and as you saw in that scene, you know, people in my family, people I grew up with, my cousin, that alone says a lot about who she is. So professionally, one can always learn the traits and, you know, behaviors, etc., but it's always the personal side. Who is this person? I've been lucky to play a lot of roles that are very intricate and diverse in that way.
Well, what was your first reaction when you got the script, and were you familiar with the book beforehand?
I hadn't read the book beforehand, which you know, it was a blessing in a way because I was able to approach the whole subject matter and the whole story with very fresh eyes and not have any kind of lingering thoughts or ideas or visuals from the book beforehand. So it was great to start fresh.
Well, there's emotions throughout this. I mean,
yeah.
this is a very heavy. It deals with everything from domestic abuse to murder, as we mentioned, to the justice system. Was there anything that the cast members did to kind of calm down or take the edge off after a big day of filming?
Well, that was the fun thing about it, was that it was extreme. Look, when it needed to be serious, it was serious. And as you can tell from watching the series, is that when we hit it.
Yeah.
We hit it out of the park, need be in those moments. However, in between setups or in between scenes, we would have to break the tension because it's just too much. You know, you end up leaving the day with a headache and needing like 15 martinis to try to make it through the night. Not like I don't do that anyway, but no, I'm just kidding, I don't do that. But, you know, there were always this big jug of M&Ms, big like jug of them. And I had to just walk by and not look at them anymore because, of course, you want to grab those. But we'd play bananagrams or something super silly.
Because I even think, it's not giving anything away, that early on, there's also like the kind of cyber harassment. There's so many things like that I think people can relate to in this story in so many layers. So you need something to turn it off.
Yes.
But you, in 2019, you wrote an intimate book called My Brother's Keeper, and it was a tribute to your two brothers who both passed away at different stages of their life. So how has it changed your outlook on life? And what advice do you give to people who may be struggling with the loss of a sibling or someone close to them like a sibling?
My two brothers, David and Dennis. David was younger than me, and he passed many years ago by his own hand. And then my other brother, Dennis, passed most recently, and both, you know, sudden deaths. However, writing, you know, I've always been a journal writer from when I was 15. Which is a long time ago, but the writing was very healing. And for, you know, everybody has their own journey when it comes to healing. All I can say is that there is always hope. It's like there's always someone. You're not alone. And it's the reaching out. It's the expression of that. Writing, whatever creativity or not, whatever it means to you, but to connect to other human beings is key, whether in a group or one-on-one or whatever. That is we are primal beings in that way. We would sit around fires and talk from the beginning of time. You know, so that's the most important thing, is to talk about it and to connect face to face.
Yes. And it's a reminder, check in on your loved one, check in on your friends.
Yes.
You have no idea how important that phone call
Indeed.
can go.
And also, no matter, this is life, things happen in a blink of an eye. Say how you feel to the people you love.
Yes. Well, it's brave of you to write the book. Now, a total hard pivot, because you've had an incredible career. You actually performed as a backup singer for Tina Turner on her 24/7 tour in 2000. And you were a backup singer performing with her at the Super Bowl that same year. What was it like working with Tina Turner?
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Are you, like, come on, baby.
Right?
That's what I'm
That could
talking
be yesterday.
about.
You look amazing.
Well, thank you, I'll take it. But look at her.
Yeah, she's
Rest in heaven, my
unbelievable.
friend.
I mean,
She was like, come on. She was plugged into a different energy source. She was generous all the time, creatively, personally, professionally. She knew what she wanted. She went for it and she got it. We know her history. We know, talk about hope and inspiration. I have a great little anecdote to tell you.
yes, please.
The other day, here in New York City, I got in a cab. It was one of the hot days, you know, last week. I was wearing I was wearing like a jumpsuit kind of thing. I was looking, you know, pretty good in the summer, you know, all of that. Get in the cab, and the driver, he was very respectful. I get in, he's like, oh, gosh, you look, you know, do you go to the gym? You work out? You must work out. And well, thank you. Yes, I enjoy. It helps me feel good. And he's driving, and he's every now and then glancing back. Not rude, not inappropriate at all. And he certainly didn't recognize me. It wasn't that kind of thing. And at one point, he's driving around. He says, "Yeah, you know, there's something. You remind me of Tina Turner."
Oh,
I'm not kidding.
oh my goodness.
Out of the blue, I said, "What was that?" He said, "Oh, I don't mean to be offensive. I just want to tell you."
It's a great compliment. Amazing.
Right?
Amazing. You're carrying her energy on. Yes. And I was saying, you and Tina Turner with those legs, I'm allowed to say that. Well, and you're still in the music industry.
Yes.
Do you have any new music coming out?
I am working on something. You know, I've recorded 3 records already. However, in addition to that, I always love live performance. It's always that palpable connection, do you know, that I love. And I am working on some project that is honoring a musician, a female musician. It's in the works. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet. However, I will certainly be ready to talk about it.
Please come
soon.
back
I'll
when
be
you are.
I look forward to that.
It is so fabulous to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Gloria. All 8 episodes of The Better Sister are available now on Prime. Do yourself a favor, check it out.
Thank you.